Hey everyone, welcome back to the Explainer. Have you ever looked at a standard astrological chart and just felt like there was a whole hidden layer you were missing? Well, you're definitely onto something. Today, we're diving into something absolutely fascinating, the ancient, intensely mathematical world of Visheha Lagnas, or special ascendants. Let's see if we can decode how this whole system actually works.
So let's kick things off with a pretty fundamental question. Does a standard birth chart really tell the whole story? I mean, most of us know our basic ascendant, right? The sign that was rising on the eastern horizon the exact moment we were born. But, ancient scholars actually understood time as a sort of fractal. They believe there's a much deeper mechanical rhythm to our destiny. It's just hidden right beneath the surface of that everyday chart, literally waiting to be mathematically decoded.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the special ascendants revealed, then we're translating the ancient verses, calculating the Bhavalagna, calculating Hora and Gati, looking at precautions for exact calculations, and finally, covering the significance in the horoscope.
Section 1. The special ascendants revealed, beyond the basics. Let's actually start with the original Sanskrit text straight from Chapter 5 of the Brihatparasara Horasastra. Now, this isn't some modern theory we just cooked up. This is the definitive, ancient blueprint. It details the Bhava, Hora, and Ghatika Lagnas. Think of it like the absolute root source code for specialized astrological prediction. Moving on to Section 2, translating the ancient verses, bridging worlds. When we translate these ancient verses, the sage explicitly states, "O excellent of Brahmins, I now explain Bhava, Hora, and Kati Lagna." So, right off the bat, he's declaring his intention to break down these three vital special ascendants. It really feels like a direct transmission of knowledge, stretching across centuries.
And that English translation is super important because it reveals the sage's true intent here. He's purposefully handing us specialized tools that operate way beyond just your basic natal ascendant. Basically, he's telling us that if we actually want to see the full picture, we're going to need a lot more than just that surface-level chart.
Now, check out the mathematical scaffolding going on here. The fundamental time constant actually shifts depending on which specific chart we're building. For instance, the Bhavalagna changes every 5 Gatis, which is roughly 120 minutes. But then the Hora Lagna? That one moves exactly twice as fast, changing every 2.5 Gatis, or 60 minutes. We're literally slicing time into finer and finer pieces.
Section 3. Calculating the Bhavalagna, step by step.
Okay, let's walk through a precise example straight from our source texts. Imagine a birth time of exactly 12 Gatis and 30 Vigatis after sunrise. Step 1 is simply to note that exact time. Step 2, we divide that time by 5 to find the Bhavalagna. That gives us 2.5 signs, which translates to 75 degrees. Then step 3, we add those 75 degrees to the sun's exact longitude at sunrise. Let's just say that's 132 degrees for this example. The result? 207 degrees. And boom, that pinpoints our Bhavalagna perfectly at Libra 27 degrees.
Section 4. Calculating Hara and Gati, accelerating the rhythm. Now, this part of the source scripture details the Gati Lagna. And you know what's really wild about this specific calculation? It's how incredibly fast it moves. I mean, it shifts with every single Gahatika, which is a mere 24 minutes.
When we translate this particular verse into English, it clearly instructs us that this Lagna changes extremely rapidly. We're supposed to count one entire Gathi for every single rising sign that has passed since sunrise. So, the actual formula is super elegant but definitely demanding. First, we map the elapsed Gatis directly to the number of Rasis, or signs. Next, we take those leftover Vigatis and slice them exactly in half to get our degrees. And finally, just like we did before, we anchor the whole calculation by adding it to the sun's starting position at sunrise. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let's break down how this data actually maps out. Remember our earlier example? A birth exactly 12 Gatis and 30 Vigatis after sunrise? Well, here you can see how that one single moment in time completely fractures into 3 entirely different ascendants. Your Bhavalagna sits over at Libra 27 degrees, your Hora Lagna, which is moving twice as fast, ends up at Capricorn 12 degrees, and then that lightning-fast Gati Lagna, it lands all the way at Leo 27 degrees. It's the exact same birth time, but it yields 3 completely different mathematical perspectives.
Section 5. Precautions for exact calculations, the margins of error.
Listen, precision is absolutely everything here. You can't just guess the sunrise time. You have to know the exact birth time down to the Vishakati, literally a fraction of a minute.
The source texts actually warn us that a discrepancy of a single minute of arc can throw off the entire chart. Oh, and don't forget the cardinal rule of celestial math. If your final addition pushes you past 360 degrees, you've got to expunge that full circle to find your true placement in the zodiac.
Section 6. Significance in the horoscope. Unlocking the payoff.
And here is where we really see the transformation happen. We start with this raw, almost chaotic cosmic data, but then we funnel that data through our rigorous formulas to construct these specialized bhava, hora, and gati charts. What we're doing is creating multiple, overlapping lenses to view a person's entire life.
Now here is the absolute master key we get from the texts. You have to analyze all these layers together. You look at the natal chart, the bhava chart, the hora chart, and the gati chart. If you find a planet that stubbornly holds its exact same house position across all 4 of those charts, pay close attention, because that planet's effects are specially revealed. It essentially holds absolute, unfiltered power over that person's destiny.
The ancient sage Parasara highlights the unbelievable potential of this whole system with this really stunning quote. He says, even if a single planet aspects the natal ascendant, or hora lagna, or gatika lagna, the native will become a king. That means finding just one strong planet perfectly aspecting these mathematical lagnas can literally predict profound royal status. That's what separates a run-of-the-mill, standard reading from a truly extraordinary predictive insight.
Which leaves us with this final thought. We've seen the ancient code, we've explored the tight mathematical rhythms, and we've unpacked the profound predictive power of the bhava, hora, and gati lagnas. If a single precise calculation can reveal the destiny of a king, well, what hidden blueprints are waiting to be mathematically unlocked in your own special ascendants? Thank you so much for hanging out and bringing your focus to this explainer today. I highly encourage you to go look at your own charts through these new mathematical lenses. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.